Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video, we will understand the difference between policies and procedure. Policy is a high-level document that establishes rules and guidelines for an organization. So, it's the rules of an organization, rules and guidelines that are to be followed in an organization. So, it is prepared by the high-level management, the top-level management, the upper and middle management. They frame the policy for an organization with inputs from their subordinates, all the supervisor, department heads, employees. So they take inputs from the employees and then they frame the policy, the overall rules, the guidelines for an organization. So policy sets the overall tone for your company. However, procedure is the steps. These are the steps that you follow to implement the policy. A policy is framed, now it is implemented through the procedures. So these are the steps. For example, an employee is entitled to some leaves, maybe 5 or 6 leaves a month, or some unpaid leaves, how many unpaid leaves he is entitled to, how many medical leaves he is entitled to. So all these will be written in the policy for the employee policy of an organization, how much increment he will get yearly, how he will be promoted. So all that is the policy, and procedure is the steps that he has to follow, that every month he is entitled to some paid leaves, medical leaves, or the increment policy has to be implemented through providing them increment forms in which they have to uh, disclose all their achievements, targets of the month, of the year. So that is the procedure, how the employee policy of the organization has to be implemented. Likewise, if we have a travel agency and there is cancellation policy, that a package that is cancelled 14 days in advance has to, this percent of refund is entitled to this percent of refund or that. So that is written in the policy, the rule, the guideline, and the procedure, how the tourist will get his refund after cancellation, the procedure he has to follow. That will be the procedure, that will be the steps that he will follow, will come under the procedure. So that is the difference between policy and procedure. So policy is the guideline, the principles that are intended to influence decisions and actions. However, procedure is the particular and specific way of doing things. So policy is wide and procedure is narrow, and policies change less frequently and procedures are prone to change, and policies written in broad terms and procedures are stated in detail. Policy is about what and why, and procedure is how, when, and who will do the things, and it answers major organizational issues. Policy, it answers major organizational issues, and procedures describe process, how to do things, the procedure. For example, here we have, in a district the administration has to issue some guidelines during the COVID times. For example, the administration will issue the guidelines for all the people of the district, and there will be procedures that people has to follow, the specific things that they have to do. So that will come under the procedure. So policy provides operational framework, and procedures, these are the steps that people will follow. So procedure has narrow application, it is prone to change, it is often stated in detail, how, when, who, and it describes a process to do things. And policy is the widespread application, it changes less frequently, as we discussed earlier. Here it is expressed in broader terms. So policy is the rules, the guidelines, the principles that are established, and how do we implement them? That is by the procedure, the process by which we will implement those policies. So that is the difference between a policy and procedure. I hope you understand. Thank you for watching this. Keep watching, keep supporting. Have a great day.